So I know we didn't do it before for this, because it took us way too long to be able to watch this.
Yeah, we're extremely late to this party.
Woohoo! We're late to this Barbie World party.
We are late to the Barbie World party. So we finally saw
a movie my grandma would love.
Yeah, we finally saw the movie Barbie.
A movie that made me cry. Probably way more than I think it should have.
Yeah, you, actually cried. Like, real human tears. I
was a blubbering fool by the end of it.
I mean, fair. Absolutely fair. Obviously, again, we're late to this party. Like, everyone in the world has seen this, I think, other than us. But
if for some reason you haven't, you should?
Yeah.
If you want to celebrate Kissinger's death, this is a good way to do it.
Yeah, we're, to give you an idea of how much we missed, the release window of this movie. Yeah.
Henry Kissinger just died. As we were watching this film.
As we were watching this film? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's... that's actually, the whiplash news to bring you out of it, but also still celebrate.
We kinda still relevant. I mean, in terms of
incredibly relevant, actually, to the message of this film.
Wow, I don't know. There's so many angles of why this movie was good.
So many angles of why this movie was good. Yeah. Spoiler warning?
I guess. I guess so. If for some reason you were on the fence about the movie Barbie, go see it. Unless you're really invested in the Snyder Cut. It might not be for you. Or if you think Ben Shapiro is an intelligent human being, this might also be a good might not be the movie for you to see.
Or if you think trans women aren't women, then just fuck off
maybe
already.
Don't. Why are you still watching this channel? Seriously. I have been out for more than a year. Come on. Anyway.
If for some reason you think Alan shouldn't have been used in this film, you're wrong and you need to leave.
Counterpoint, if you were aware of Alan before this film, high five to you.
I got that high five. That was me. I got that one.
Rena got that high five. I'm okay.
Poindexter was not in this film.
I'm sorry.
I'm the only person disappointed that Poindexter was not in this film.
So, I loved, so I, of course, was being raised as a boy. My main exposure to Barbie was my cousin's place, and for some reason she's listening. Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Anyway, so...
And it's just this pink, purple, white nonsense that you would go over to the house and see and be like, this is a lot of plastic.
So, there's so much I want to compliment. So first, production design, the sets, the costumes, the everything, so good.
The reproductions of the costumes that Barbie has had over the years, magnificent. I am floored. I am sad we didn't get wig change Barbies. We didn't get the ones from the 60s that existed to save money. But I am just beyond thrilled with the costuming and set design.
Greta Gerwig is a really great director. She's one of the best currently alive directors, and the fact that she went so shamelessly camp, we don't deserve her. That was amazing. I love that that it was do you think this is campy? And she dialed it up more campy.
You're playing with a doll. Are you really going to take it down the stairs? No! You're going to take it off the roof and into the car!
Yeah. Helen Mirren doing the narration was extremely good. Obviously, so Margot Robbie is the most charismatic human. So like
they pointed that out in the movie,
which they lampshaded with a really good joke. What great casting! Like, I don't think you could have found a better actress to play your stereotypical Barbie than Margot. She's so charming. I was saying to you, the last movie I probably saw him in something else, but the last Ryan Gosling movie that really stuck with me was Blade Runner 2049. A movie that I really liked, and it was fun seeing him play basically the opposite of that character.
See, I can't remember a movie that I've actually seen with him in it.
Now I kind of want to see if there's anything that you might have.
You can search through his filmography while I try to remember, because I can't. I don't know.
His job is beach. I understand.
It's so weird because he was considered the most attractive man for so long.
I mean, I can kind of see it. I don't know.
And I'm just like, okay, he's a bunch of geese, I guess. He's young ducks. He's Ryan Young Duck. That's what I called him. Seriously, that's what I called him. I did not know who this guy was for the longest time.
He was the driver in Drive.
Oh, fun.
Remember the Titans? He was in that. Do you remember the Titans? I do. Remember when I made a joke about Remember the Titans in one of my earlier videos? That was definitely me playing to the audience that would, watch my anime content. Definitely Remember the Titans fans in this audience.
This is the reason why I don't know him.
Oh, okay.
I've not seen any of his films.
Okay. Blade Runner 2049 is really good. It's way better than it has any right to be, and it is basically the opposite of this movie. But
all I know is that, the Notebook sucked.
I loved Ryan. All of the Kens were extremely funny. There was not everyone was in this movie. Friggin' Shang-Chi was
Ken.
Was a Ken. The new Doctor was Ken. Shuji Gatwa, every time he's on screen, he's so charismatic. I'm more excited to see him as the Doctor now. Oh my gosh.
And then Shang-Chi, he was I think he was one of the sparkly Kens.
Yeah, he was, and Ryan Gosling's main rival Ken.
Yeah. There's so many bizarre lines of Barbie toy that came out over the years.
I loved all the jokes. I loved the Midge joke. That was really good.
Oh, Midge.
Thought we discontinued her.
I can't believe they worked in the discontinued wheelchair Barbie joke.
There were so many.
So many amazing weird jokes that you wouldn't know if you didn't know.
The main reason I'm glad we didn't see this in theaters is that there were several jokes in this movie where I laughed very loudly, and I would have been extremely obnoxious to everyone around me because, wow.
There was one where the both of us would have been kicked out of the theater.
Oh, absolutely.
We would have just been straight up kicked out.
We would have just gotten kicked out. This is an extremely funny movie.
It's even funnier. It's even funnier if you like the color pink.
Fair.
And we're told that pink is a gross color.
It was definitely a feel-good girl power movie.
I think it was supposed to be a feel-good guy power movie too.
Yeah, and in a way. But
I think it's that I think the focus for the guy power on it was in non-toxic masculinity.
Yes. Which
was, I think, the point of the whole Ken plot.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Gosling Ken goes to the real world and comes back like as a Joe Rogan podcast listener. No, they don't specifically say that, but you know, you get the impression.
He comes back dressed as K-Fed. Come on.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, there were some just the cast in this movie was amazing. Another if you rein Will Ferrell in, he's actually very good. You just have to, you know, not let him ad lib. That's when he's at his best.
When you make sure Will Ferrell is acting, you get a damn good actor. I'm just going to point you guys in the direction of Stranger Than Fiction, one of my favorite movies of his. And then, one of the more important characters to show up in this was the creator of Barbie, who, as soon as she was on screen, I almost cried.
Played by Rhea frickin' Perlman from, you might remember her as Carla from Cheers. Once again, making those references that my audience is definitely into. Big Cheers fans in the Celeste's Best audience.
Yeah, we'll save you a stool.
That's...
Cheers. Woo. Can you believe that the spin-off was more popular?
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, yes, I absolutely can. Oh, yeah, I thought that was... So, yeah, and the phenomenal, playing, like, the mom who is low-key the catalyst of the story. You got America Ferrera, who... Well, she was, she's one of the leads in Superstore, where she's extremely funny. She was Astrid in the Dragon movies. So I love her. I just love her voice, though. So, like, I don't know. I love Superstore, but for whatever reason, I recognized her by her voice before I recognized her by her face.
I loved that they made an actual physical joke that Kens are dumber than a stack of bricks. Because as soon as they figure out how to build that wall sideways instead of going straight up, we're in trouble.
Good use of your Michael Cera.
Yeah, very good use of your Michael Cera. To have him be the one grounded in reality is so funny. And Alan. There's only one Alan.
All of Ken's clothes fit me too.
Yeah. Just put the rainbow stripes in and magic earring Ken made it in. It's most important Ken.
The most important Ken, really. Yeah. No, there were so
highest
many
grossing Ken.
There's so many good jokes. There were like the story actually worked. And
can I get real feels?
Yeah, go real feels.
Gonna go real feels. I grew up with these dolls.
Yes.
I have a letter, actually, to my grandma asking if she can hook me up with the Tooth Fairy for a Barbie doll. Yeah, it goes back very far for me. I still have my Skipper doll. My Skipper doll was the one that had the snowboard.
This is like I feel like there were jokes that you caught in this that were like the jokes I caught in the Lego Movie that were like, oh, this is a toy line that they discontinued really quick.
I think that the jokes in this might have been deeper cuts than that. Because I went to the Barbie museums.
Love that that's plural. Well, I'm not being facetious. I'm being completely sincere.
In Big Brothers Big Sisters, the fantastic nonprofit organization, if you can afford to be a big brother or big sister and help a kid, do it. One of my big sisters, Jerry, she had the original Barbie. She let me play with her original Barbie.
Nice.
She had the second incarnation of Barbie, and she had that Ken. And she had Poindexter. Fuck yeah. But the thing about those dolls is you could swap their hair. Like, they actually had wigs that were separate. Everything about it was so different as time went on. I'm surprised they didn't have cardboard sets in place in Barbie Land as well. Like, that would have really driven it home. But I've seen so many of the classic Barbie in person, and it's just so bizarre being able to go, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. I've held that in my hands. I've destroyed that. Ugh. In one or two instances, I have destroyed a thing from this movie. And the ending of it really got me because I'm about to lose my grandmother.
It's a lot about facing mortality in this movie that hit very sincerely. You're gonna be okay?
I'm gonna be fine. After all the nonsense that's happened this year, a movie that is entirely about the women wanting their children and their grandchildren and other women, regardless of how they were born, to succeed in life. Just means everything.
I'm really glad we watched this.
Yeah.
It was really good. So, I guess deepest apologies to basically everyone who told me that I should have seen this sooner, because I really did enjoy this.
We just didn't want to pay $25 to rent it.
Yeah. And I don't know why we didn't. Well, we didn't go to a theater because, again, we would have gotten kicked out. We were laughing way too hard.
And honestly, it's much better to watch it at the same time Kissinger dies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just much better vindication somehow. Okay.
So I want to close this off on kind of a funny note because there's something in the news that I found incredibly funny and I want to make fun of before we close this out. So the CEO of Mattel, the actual one, not Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah, this nonsense.
His takeaway from this movie was that people want more movies about Mattel toys, and my guy, two things. No, this movie was a huge hit because we haven't had a big, hype, campy girl power movie. It's directed by a genius and stars the most charismatic human, Margot Robbie. That is why it's a hit.
Okay, off the top of your head, what are other Mattel properties?
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And She-Ra, Princess of Power.
They tried doing those, though.
Don't judge me that... Yeah,
But no, they canceled those. They keep canceling those. Do they have anything else?
Hey, wait, before we move on, I want to point out, Mattel, you are a doll company, and you couldn't even make dolls... Doll
your doll show!
You didn't even make dolls for the second season onward of She-Ra. Also, a cartoon meant to promote dolls that you didn't make. Maybe you should slow your roll.
You also pulled the She-Ra dolls from the shelf before they hit the shelves.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe before you start worrying about building an expanded universe, maybe you should figure out how to make dolls that your doll cartoon is supposed to sell, you idiots. Maybe slow your roll. Can I think of any other Mattel toys? Literally no. I cannot think of any other Mattel toys.
I kind of want to just... No, I'm using my phone to record. Hey, Siri. Let's ask Siri. Let's see if Siri knows... Let's see if Siri knows any answers here.
Hey, Siri? Yeah, Ruth, What?
American Girl.
Okay.
Barbie.
Uh,
Bob the Builder. Enchantimals. Ever After High. Fireman Sam. Fisher Price. Hot Wheels. Matchbox. Masters of the Universe. Max Steel. Mega. Mega what? I don't know.
Max Steel, you mean shitty G.I. Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monster High. My Scene. Pictionary. The Single Game. Pingu. Polly Pocket. Princess of Power. Thomas and Friends, and Uno. Let's see now. I cannot wait for the live-action Uno movie.
Yeah, Uno. What an amazing...
And the live-action Pingu film.
Okay, no.
Those two, I will watch.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If you...
Also, I didn't know that Hot Wheels and Matchbox were owned by the same company.
They are now. Yeah. They were brought out a few. I'll tell you what. I will see the Pingu movie if they cast, I'm thinking Christopher Walken as Pingu. Like, No, hear me out. Let me finish. I would like to see Christopher Walken dressed as a penguin going, "Note, note!" Then I will watch it. That is the only thing. That's all.
Who's Michael Cera gonna play then?
Who's Michael Cera gonna... I don't know.
Is he gonna play the Weird Yeti?
Like... I'll tell you what. Maybe. Big maybe. If you guys being Mattel, let's say that you get Nate Stevenson to write a screenplay and get Florence Pugh as She-Ra, maybe you could have a hit like this again. But not likely. I'm not gonna bet any money on that.
Isn't there already, like, a live-action Ever After High?
Probably.
I think so.
A bunch of these already have, like, straight-to-video movies.
And Monster High just had a theatrical film.
Also,
Polly Pocket has had theatrical films.
Also, Monster High had a really big show on Netflix. It was called Wednesday. I was really proud of that joke. I was really proud of that joke. It was a better Monster High show than it was an Addams Family show.
Hey guys, Mattel, I will only do the Monster High TV series if you start re-releasing your skeleton dolls.
So yeah,
I'm not paying $50
Mattel,
for a skeleton.
No one went to this movie and thought, boy oh boy, I love Mattel. That's not what they thought.
Okay. Here.
Yeah.
Pitch meeting. We need to get the Wachowski sisters back.
Okay.
Speed Racer.
But, like, Hot Wheels?
Yes!
Like, okay.
But, Speed can go up against the weird dinosaur car. And... Trash King!
And more importantly, the best Matchbox car. I think we should leave on this note. A Mattel product that I legitimately love. The one that you brought home for me. The Matchbox car titled Poop King!
I have Sweep King.
I have Poop King! Poop King! Poop King!